In this video, we're going to talk about perimeter. What is the perimeter? The perimeter is the length around some area. It's the length around an area. It's the length around some area. So, if you have a figure like such, the perimeter would be this length plus that length plus that length plus this one and this one plus that length plus that length there. That would be the perimeter. It is how far around something. Maybe you have a room that's in this shape, and I don't know, you want to put molding around the perimeter. You want to put molding around the perimeter. And then you go to the store and they're going to ask you, okay, how much do you need? And you're going to have to know, well, you know what, before I came, I took this lens, then I added on that lens, and then I added on this one and that lens. I took all these measurements. It's a pain to do, but I did it, and then I added them all up. And now I know the perimeter. So let us calculate the perimeter of some area. An area that looks fairly similar to what I just drew. Suppose we want to know this area. And I tell you that the length on top is 8 inches. I tell you that the 8 inches, let's use a different color for that. 8 inches go this way, 4 inches is that distance, and 3 inches is like that, and then 2 inches is this way, another 3 inches here, 2 more inches here, and that's all you're given. Other than that, everything is a right angle. Okay, so it's kind of obvious that I didn't tell you this length, nor did I tell you this length. Let's find this one first. Well, from the top to the bottom, this is 4 inches and this is 2 inches. I mean, I can take these 2 inches and put it here. That's 2 inches. That means the whole thing is 6 inches. I can take these 2 inches and put them here. So this must be 4 inches, because then 4 plus 2 is 6 inches, just like I'm supposed to have. Now, the whole way across is 8 inches. I know that. Well, this is 3 inches, and this is 3 inches, and again, I can bring these 3 inches up here. So this is 3 inches, this is 3 inches, that must be 2 inches. That way it adds up to 8. Okay, so now I walk around. I'll start here, I'll go clockwise. First I have 8 inches, along here, then I go down 4 inches, and then I go to the left 2 inches, then I go down 2 inches, then I go to the left 3 inches, and then I go up 2 inches, and I go to the left 3 inches, and then I go back up 4 inches. Now, I love tens. 8 and 2, 10. 3, 6, 10. 4, 6, 8. This adds up to 28. Now, in my opinion, if you say 28, I would say you're wrong. The perimeter is 28 inches. It's not 28, it's not 32, it's not inches, it's not feet, it is 28 inches. You want to convert this to feet, that's okay. I mean, 2 feet, that's 24 inches. 12 plus 12 for each foot. 12 plus 12 is 24, with 4 left over. 2 feet, 4 inches. But 28 does not make it. For example, if it were 24 inches, which is the same as 2 feet, you can't say the answer is 24 or 2. Oh, the answer is 2. Somebody says 2, somebody else says 24. Well, they're not the same number. So at least one of them has to be wrong. One answer is not 24, but if it were 24 inches, we got 28, okay? If it were 24 inches, then one way of writing it is 24 inches. Or you can say 2 feet. You should not say 24, you should not say 2. After all, if you go to the store, the hardware store, to buy your paneling, and you say, you know, I like that panel on the shelf there, can you please give me 28? Unless they come in pieces, they'll give you 28 pieces. But if they have it really, really long, okay, so each piece is 10,000 feet long, okay? So obviously you're going to want to have it cut. You need to tell them how much you need. And saying 28 is meaningless. Okay, they can give you 28 centimeters, they can give you 28 meters, they can give you 28 miles, 28 inches, feet. You need to be clear. Okay. Let us do another one like this. Suppose you have the following. This is 50. Again, everything is either horizontal or vertical. This is 25 inches, 50 inches, 10 inches, it comes down 15 inches, it goes across 15 inches, it comes down 2 inches, it goes across, it goes up, it goes across 15 inches, and that's all you're given. And you're given one other thing. This, if it did go across, these 2 points would meet. Okay. So there are some sides we don't have. We don't have this side. We know this one goes that way. And We don't have that side nor that side. Well, we know from here to here, straight across, is 50. Now, I can bring this piece straight down. At least think about bringing it straight down. That's 10 inches. I can bring this piece, because they actually link up perfectly. This piece is 15 inches. I meant to make it a little bit higher. This piece is unknown, and I can bring down this piece, which is 15 inches. Well, what I do know is this piece, well, let's use a different color. I know that this piece plus this piece is 25, plus this piece is 40. But when I add on this piece, I'm supposed to get 50. Well, 40 plus 10 is 50. This height is the same as this height. So it's 2 inches up and down. Now, I know that this piece plus this piece, which I can put right there, that piece is 15, and this piece over here, I can bring it down, that's 2 inches. So the whole distance from here to here is 25 and 15, which is 40, plus 2 more is 42. Well, this piece plus this piece, which I'll bring here, that's 2 inches. That should also be 42. Well, if this is 2, then this distance must be 40. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I have all the distances. Let's start from here and go for a walk. How far around? I just went 50 inches. I just went 40. I just went another 15. I just went 2 more inches. Then I went 10 inches. And then I went up 2 inches. And then across 15 inches. And then up 15 inches, and then across 10 inches, and then finally to the starting point, another 25 inches. 0, 0, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 24. 4 carried the 2. 5, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 184 inches. That is the perimeter. This is not the correct section where we talk about writing it in feet or miles. Okay, for right now, the answer is sufficiently good to say it's 184 feet. That's not a problem. Now, let's talk about a rectangle. You have a rectangle, has 4 sides. You have right angles. That is, this length is the same as that length, and this length is the same as that length. That's a property of a rectangle. That's what makes a rectangle a rectangle. And we are told that this is 3 feet and this is 7 feet. We want to find the perimeter. Well, like I said, this has to be the same length as this piece. And this 7 feet must be the same as this 7 feet. So we pick a point. We pick a point. We go in whatever direction we want. This time I'll go that way. So first we encounter 3 feet. Then we encounter 7 more feet. And then 3 feet. And finally 7 feet. Well, 10 and 10, that's 20 feet. That is the perimeter around this rectangular garden. In other words, if you wanted to put fencing around the rectangular garden, all you have to do is go into the store and say, please give me 20 feet of fencing. And that would be just perfect. Another way of doing this, I like to do it this way. I like to just find half the perimeter. Just half. 3 feet plus 7 feet. Why, that's 10 feet. But then I double it. Why do I double it? Because I have the other half. This distance here. This distance here. 7 feet and then the 3 feet. That distance in blue is exactly the same as this distance in red. So if I just find the distance in red or the distance in blue, I can double it. The distance in blue is 10 feet. I doubled it. For the record, the distance in red is the same. 3 feet plus 7 feet is 10 feet. And then I double it. Notice that I'm just adding this to itself. I'm just adding it to itself. If I know that this is 10 feet, well, then this is also 10 feet. And when I add them, it's the same as 2 times 10 feet. So you just add a little bit less, that's all. We'll finish this section with one more problem. Suppose you have a square. Square is a rectangle that its opposite sides are equal, but actually all sides are equal in our square. This is the square. So if you know the length of one side, just 3 centimeters, just multiply it by 4 and get 12 centimeters. Because a square, all the sides are the same length. So if you start here, it's 3 centimeters, another 3 centimeters, that's 6, plus another 3 is 12. I meant to say 9, of course, plus another 3 is 12. Okay, it's 12 centimeters. You go to the fencing store and you say, can I please have 12 centimeters of fencing? I like to put, you don't have to say this, but I like to put up a 3 centimeter by 3 centimeter square garden enclosed with a fence. So please sell me 12 centimeters of fencing. Okay, notice that we never talked for a moment about what's inside. That's called area. Perimeter is just how far around. Has nothing to do with area. Just to show you something, please. If this is, say, 1 centimeter long, and this is 9 centimeters long, 1 plus 9 is 10. You double it, you get 20 centimeters of fencing around there. But now, if instead I made it 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters, that is a square, 5 centimeters all around, the perimeter is 20 centimeters. However, this area, the amount of space in here is much more than the area in here. But it's still the same perimeter. Perimeter does not really influence the area. The area does not influence the perimeter. See you guys in the next video.